I fell out of love. That's what some people would tell you after so many years of marriage. I mean, I've heard someone say that we fell out of love after 20 something years of marriage. And I was like, excuse you, what do you mean you fell out of love? Anyways, I watched a video last night about a woman. She was depicting what it felt like to be married between, what it felt like to be married for 1 to 5 years and 6 to 10 years. So for the first 1 to 5 years, the woman was so excited, anticipating her husband's coming home, ready to open the door, always looking out through the window with expectation. And then by the time it was 6 to 10 years, she was bored. She was like, he can come home whenever he wants to come home. He can open the door for himself. There was no more that excitement. And then I did what a lot of us would definitely do. I went right into the comment section and I began to read comments. People were like, I mean, this is my reality. My reality. Someone even said that she was already six. Her experience was that of 6 to 10 years before her marriage was a year old. But then I read a comment after all of the negative comments and the comments that were supporting the video saying that with people admitting that it was their reality. So I read a particular comment. The woman said she's been married for 17 years, but shame on her. Every time her husband, that's what she said, shame on her. And I'm not the one saying shame on her. She just said, well, shame on me. Every time my husband comes home, I still practically dance in front of the car in excitement. And that got me. She's been married for 17 years. Look, listen, marriage is intentional work. If you don't want to wake up tomorrow with your seeing your spouse as your roommate or as your housemate, then you have got to put in the necessary work. A farmer who leaves his farmland bare, I always say, will get weeds. You've got to intentionally care for the garden. You've got to intentionally put in the work. I've been married for 6 years and counting, and I can tell you that I'm always so excited in my marriage. In fact, I think that I am even more excited now in my marriage than when we first got married. And why not? The older the wine, the better and sweeter it should be. But every time my husband leaves the house, even with me, for every time either of us leaves the house, we see each other off. Sometimes he doesn't see me off. He hugs me in the room and then tells me bye. But for me, I'm gonna say like 95% of the time, if I say 100, you guys will be like, I'm exaggerating. But at least 95% of the time, I walk him out the door and I wave until he drives off. It has become a tradition, so much so that even my daughter, when she's going to school, she says, mommy, won't you see me off? Daddy, won't you see me off? Come and see me off. Or my husband is going out and I'm feeling lazy, she'll say, mommy, your husband is going out too. Won't you see him off? And I want to pretend like I'm lazy. She practically drags me and say, come and see your husband off. Come, let's see daddy off. And it's always so exciting when he comes back home. I am over the moon to have him back home because he also is also always so excited to come back home. He knows home is a safe haven, so why not? So he's excited to come back home. I'm always excited to have him home. Sometimes he's away from home 2 3 hours, sometimes 5 hours, but my excitement, sometimes people even ask, sorry, did he travel? I'm like, no, he didn't travel, but then he's not been home. I'm excited to have him home. And that's how it should be. You should learn to treat your spouse as someone rare, someone special, extraordinary. Nothing ordinary about your spouse, nothing ordinary about my husband. And so I treat him as such, as extraordinary, and nothing ordinary about me. And so I also expect him to treat me as such. So we keep doing stuff, having these little traditions to spice up our marriage and keep being excited in our marriage and all of that. Some people would say there are things that newlyweds do that only newlyweds do. When they get older, they get used to themselves. And who says that? Why can't older couples keep doing what newlyweds did or do to keep their marriage exciting and excited? Who says we have to leave what newlyweds do for newlyweds? I mean, and that's why you see some younger couples behave like grandmas and grandpas. Some grandmas and grandpas are even better than them. You see a young couple, a year in marriage or 2 years, 3 years, they're not excited about each other. There's no excitement. You see your husband and you act like, well, I mean, we are coming from the same house. I mean, I woke up right next to him. Or you see your wife and there's no excitement. Sometimes I go to the market 2 3 hours, I'm back, and my husband is dancing, he's excited to have me home, and I'm like, okay. See, listen, don't tell me tomorrow that you fell out of love. Stop that rubbish. Stop it. It's because you're not putting in the work now. You're not sowing the seeds now so that the fruits will germinate and you can eat of it. Put in the work. Stop the rubbish of taking your spouse for granted and making your marriage ordinary. Put in the work. That is the moral of this video. So stop that rubbish.